name is Yvette Clibertons, and I am a student in the Masters of Education program at Liberty University. Today's topic is ethics and worldview from a biblical perspective. Let's begin. There's a quote by Edward Hennessy that goes, "Ethics must begin at the top of every organization. It is a leadership issue and CEO must set the example." This leads us directly into how is ethics defined? So now keep this quote in mind. As the CEO, I need to set the example. CEO can still be you as an educator or you as an instructional system designer. So how does Merriam-Webster's dictionary define ethics? When you're looking at the definition itself, it breaks it into a lot of different pieces. But the biggest piece, it says the discipline dealing with what is good and bad and with moral duty and obligation. It's that little person that sits on your shoulder. Are they telling you to do something good or are they telling you to do something bad? But now let's pull that over into developing curriculum. Am I leaving any parties out? Am I creating curriculum that doesn't fit those who have disabilities? Font, having text that can be read, having videos and audio sounds. Am I creating curriculum that's skewed to one specific gender or one specific race? Those are a lot of things involved. So ethics, a lot of people think of ethics as, I walked out of the store with this scarf and I forgot to pay with it. Do I just keep going because nobody caught me, or do I go back in and pay for it? Yes, that is one aspect of ethics. But then ethics also deals with what we bring to the classroom as educators and what we put into our curriculum as instructional designers. Motloff stated that spirituality, in Motloff's article, they stated that spirituality is not something that needs to be brought into or added into the curriculum. It is already at the heart of every subject we teach. He goes on to say that spirituality and ethics play an important and overlapping role on people's decision making and their success, and that is a very true statement. The other thing that the article goes into and that they did research on was that they initially sent out a survey to students, and the results came back, a whopping 75% said that they felt that colleges and universities need to place a greater emphasis on teaching students skills associated with the ability to connect choices and actions to ethical decisions. Most programs incorporate some course that deals with ethics that relates to that particular program or that particular degree field. But that's one course. In a 4-year or 5-year time span, ethics should be woven throughout that degree program and not just one class. It's kind of hard to try to wound up ethics for a particular course in 3 months. Yes, I can get the gist of it, but you're talking about something like this where you're going to be dealing with or facing it constantly every single day. You need more than just one class. It needs to be a piece that's woven through every single subject that is taught. So that brings us to AETC's Code of Ethics, and we're going to look at commitment to the individual, commitment to society, and commitment to profession. Let's start with the commitment to the individual. Now, under this particular area or section, there's actually 9 rules. The one here on the screen is the one that I chose because it seems to fit closer to home for me, because it encompasses so much. It encompasses integrity, doing what's right, not violating privacy, encouraging professional development. It covers online plagiarism and cyberbullying. I mean, it covers a gambit of things under this one rule. And when we're looking at this, it's creating an online environment to where when students start a program, they know exactly what's expected of them. They know what they can do and what they shouldn't do. In the course that I teach, our students are required to sign a netiquette agreement, which explains or it's called an online netiquette agreement because my courses are taught online. They also have to sign a plagiarism agreement and an integrity agreement before they can even get access to a course. So as a curriculum developer, what um, what are you going to put in place into your program as a look, this is what the rules that you have to abide by, but at the same time, these are the rules that your instructor will abide by as well. So it is an agreement between the instructor and the student and the student and the instructor. Next is commitment to society. And under this section, there's 6 rules. I chose this one because this tends to come up a lot, especially something that happens in the military, to where a lot of times as an instructor, I can go out and find software that I want to incorporate. But at the same time, and I could come up with, and we're required to come up with at least 3 different options to submit. But then after that, I am taken out of it, and there's a third party that's put in place that makes those decisions to who gets hired and who does not get hired. So we have to really be aware of not accepting any favors or gratuities to that could skew one person and skew in one person's favor versus another. And that includes as an instructor when I'm teaching my students, even as a developer when we're putting together programs. We want to definitely make sure that we're keeping that in check. And then we have commitment to the profession. Now this one had 10 different rules, but the 2 in front of the one that I chose, and it's about personal gain. So that's me not using my powers that be as a developer to push my own business or push my own courses to where I'm making money. And then on the flip side of that too is I don't want to sit on my laurels when it comes to my knowledge. I should constantly be taking courses. I should constantly be out there doing professional development. I should be passing along my knowledge to the others who's going to come up behind me. So you must always continue to learn and never stop learning. There's several ethical verses in the Bible, but these are the 3 that I chose. 1, what good is it for somebody to gain the whole world yet forfeit their soul? All scriptures is good, God-breathed, and is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. And then he who holds success in store for the upright, he is a shield to those who walk is blameless. All 3 of these verses deal directly with ethics and dealing directly with doing what's right when no one else is around. We have to keep ethics in the forefront, and we also have to make sure that we're not pushing our own agenda, but in a team environment that we're all working together towards the same goal with the same values, creating curriculum that's going to be beneficial and engaging to all. This here's a quote by Ben Carson, and it says, "There is no question that as science, knowledge, and technology advance, that we will attempt to do more significant things, and there's no question that we will always be we will have to temper those things with ethics." Thank you for joining me today on this ethics adventure as it pertains to instructional design. Again, my name is Yvette Klubertons, and I thank you for listening.